Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, I will explain about English language teaching in Indonesian. Before we go on the content, I will introduce myself. My name is Hasna Sabrina, and my study number is 216121176. English is the international language. Almost all countries require English to be taught in an educational environment. However, English in Indonesia tends to be taught and studied only as foreign language. This means that learning and teaching English mostly takes place in the classroom, not during everyday communication. English learners in Indonesia do not yet have ready access to using English as a means of communication during their daily life outside in the classroom. As Oxford and Shearin argue, a foreign language in this context is a language that is learned only during formal education. Thus, teaching and learning English in Indonesia present various challenges, and therefore teachers can apply various methods. Here I will explain some of them. First is direct method. Direct teaching is basically a teaching method that demands far more and varied roles of lecturer or teacher than students. The term role of lecturer or teacher, which is much more, does not refer to conditions where students are only passive in receiving lessons. Observing the concept of direct method in language teaching, that the role of lecturer or teacher as referred to above is to provide models or examples to students on how to do something, while giving time for skill training is an applicative activity. That is, students are not only required to know but also be able to apply that knowledge in the form of real action or real context. Second is parallel method. The parallel method is a direct method of the direct method, which is always used in parallel schools as the main method. All parallel schools use this direct method in teaching foreign language in their schools, and many other schools in America and Europe routinely apply this method. They have been convinced that this method is the most suitable and most successful for foreign language teaching to make it more compatible and achieve active foreign language proficiency. Therefore, the direct method it is also called the parallel method because the parallel method schools have popularized the use of this method continuously and they have been very successful. Third is practice theory method. This method, as the name implies, emphasizes the practical ability of the theory. Comparison can be in the form of 7 units of practical material and 1 unit of material that is theoretical. Learning a foreign language first and prioritizing practice, then accompanied by theory or grammar theoretical. Therefore, teaching must be directed at communicative or conversational skill, while grammar can be taught casually. At the initial levels, practical subject matter can be selected and applied to simple things, whether it is through everyday conversation that exists relationship with the world of a school student or the household environment and the wider community, or can also mention the details of the names of objects and app words as the basis for the formation of conversational language, while at the advanced level the subject matter is developed more broadly and complexly through theoretical conversation and scientific reasoning. So, it can be concluded that learning English in Indonesia still tends to be lacking. Therefore, teachers can apply various learning methods, including the direct methods, the parallel methods, and the practice theory method as described above. And I think enough from me. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.